I'm going to review one of my favorite animes. They recently came out with a movie like last winter, but I didn't know about it until the summer. So I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to watch it until Christmas break because it takes place during Christmas time. Well, that didn't happen. I watched it at the beginning of December because I couldn't contain myself. It is called The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, and if you know anything about Haruhi Suzumiya, you know that it's just a crazy, epic ride of madness and I don't know. Well, the movie, I'm going to spoil it, so if you haven't watched it, stop this, go and watch it, and then come back to this. So, it's about Haruhi, one day she just disappears, and Kyan, with his boring narrating voice, he narrates everything that happens for no reason. He's all like, December 19th, I woke up, and I went to school, and Haruhi's not there. And then when he finds out that nobody knows who Haruhi is, he just goes buck wild and he starts like throwing over the desks and shaking everybody and he's like, where's Haruhi? You're supposed to know her! And then he points at the chick to try to kill him with the green hair and he's like, you tried to kill me! You switched schools! Why are you here? And everybody's just like, Kyan, you need to stop. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're making everyone think that you're just a loser and someone who's going crazy. And so they were like, his best friend who had a girlfriend and now he doesn't. He's irrelevant. He was like, oh, I know Haruhi. She goes to the private school downtown. And he's all like, and so he runs out the door, skips school, goes to the private school, and then he sees Haruhi, and then Haruhi's like, oh yeah, hey. And Kyan's like, oh, hey, you're here! And her hair is longer for some reason, and she's walking with that other dude who, I don't know, the dude in SOS Brigade who's really irrelevant because he doesn't really do anything. I think his name is Esper or something like that. And he basically assaults Haruhi right there in the middle of the street. And she's all like, get off of me, what are you doing? And he's all like, Haruhi, you have to know me! And then she's like, get off of me, you're annoying, just go away. And then this cop grabs him and like starts doing this to him. And then as soon as Haruhi starts walking away, he's all like, I'm John Smith! And then there's this big dramatic where she turns around and she's like, why do you know that name? And just because he said that he's John Smith, she agrees to go with this man who she thinks that she's never met before, which I think is kind of bad, because if I just said a random name like, I am Joanne Huff, and you just start walking with me, you don't know about that. So, over this coffee break, they start talking about how Haruhi is God and how she creates everything, and Kyan's like, oh yeah, you believe me because I'm John Smith, right? And she's like, of course I believe you, it sounds like fun. And then the other dude who's just a wallflower, he's just like, oh, that sounds like Haruhi, I have a big crush on her, I'm so irrelevant. And then Kyan's like, okay, you don't matter. I'm not gonna create another world. What does it matter with you? You're so stupid! I just don't get Yuki. She annoyed me in that movie, and now she's really annoying to me. That's all I have to say about that. That was about an hour and, like, what, 2 minutes. That's all I have to say. Bye.